An Israeli official tells NBC News Israel did carry out a strike overnight. Flashes in the sky could be seen from Iran's air defenses over the city of Isfahan. U.S. officials say they were informed ahead of time. The target, Iranian media report, was a military base near a nuclear site, which officials say was not hit. But Iran so far isn't saying much about it. Instead, Iranian media, nearly all controlled by the state, are telling the public to stay calm, shrugging it off, showing the main circle in Isfahan with traffic flowing as normal. Some media dismissed the incident as a few small drones, claiming they were shot down. In Israel, people are out this morning, no sense of panic, calm. Earlier this month, Israel attacked Iran's embassy compound in Syria, killing at least 12 people. Iran accused Israel of crossing a red line. The White House said it was only informed at the last minute. Iran responded with a massive barrage last weekend of more than 300 drones and missiles, including massive ballistic missiles. The massive air assault was stopped by Israeli air defenses with significant help from the U.S. military and other allies. President Biden urged Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu to leave it there and, quote, take the win after stopping Iran's assault. Netanyahu refused, saying Israel needed to respond. Israeli officials telling NBC News Israel needed to reestablish deterrence, but would calibrate its response not to trigger a wider regional war. Iran threatened that any Israeli incursion would trigger an immediate counterattack. So far, that hasn't happened.
Iran says that it thwarted another attack near the city of Tabriz, and Syria says its air defense systems were attacked. Savannah, back to you.
Richard Engel in Jerusalem, thank you.
The United States was not involved in the strike, but U.S. officials were notified. It comes just days after the White House cautioned Israel about retaliating against Iran. Our chief White House correspondent, Peter Alexander, is here. Peter, what are you hearing?
Hoda, good morning. Savannah, nice to see both of you. We are hearing from the U.S. right now. The Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, is meeting with foreign ministers. He's overseas in Italy. And just moments ago, the Italian foreign minister communicated that the U.S. communicated to those foreign ministers that they did receive this last-minute warning about drone action taking place inside Iran right now. So, as you note, they were notified, but they weren't surprised by this. The primary concern for the United States right now is trying to focus on de-escalation, to keep this on a path of de-escalation. They've made very clear that they fear any further counterattacks will only draw this into a much wider conflict at this time. As you heard from Richard just a moment ago, President Biden, after those strikes by Iran inside Israel, more than 300 missiles and drones that were used there, the president communicated, take the win, basically do not retaliate. You're very fortunate that this thing didn't cause any wider damage inside Israel. Netanyahu obviously ignored that. He felt it was necessary to retaliate in some way right now. The White House has communicated that its commitment to Israel's defense, we are told by multiple officials, is ironclad, but that they would not participate in any offensive actions taking place inside Iran. So two things to keep an eye on over the course of the next 24 hours. The U.S., the White House focusing on trying to keep this on a path to de-escalation, but it also raises real questions about this administration, about this president's, his impact, his influence on Benjamin Netanyahu right now, given the two have had a relationship for decades, but obviously it's at a new tension at this point.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.